Hey folks, I'm CPC Gamer, and welcome to the stream. Everybody's getting hugs today, as it should be. Hugs are absolutely fantastic, unless they do not want them. That is the way to do it. That's what we do with Tiny Child. It's not like, oh, give Grandma a hug. It's like, do you want to give Grandma a hug? No? Well, then let's go away. Thanks, Empirical Woodland. That's actually really, really good. I like the stab command. I'll tell you what I'll stab. I'll stab this! Yeah, there you go. I was looking at my Twitch dashboard, and it's like, hey, good news, CPC Gamer! Angry Stabby Penguin is your most used emote. Like, alright, cool. People like to choose violence. Anyway, to answer the question from O Wales, I'm doing pretty great. Work was incredibly tiring yesterday and today, but I'm home now, and I'm streaming, and that makes me very, very happy. What am I streaming? Well, it says in the title, but it's Mythagia. Look at that. Good transition. What button do I need to push? That one. That's right, the button layout's kind of weird on this one, isn't it? You guys don't know that. You can't quite see it. But there it is. Right. So, what did we do last time? Last time, we made it to an old abandoned asylum, my favorite, and we managed to turn on the power. So now there are lights, and we can take pictures of stuff when we find those pictures of things. There we go. Right. Let's go to the basement. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, that's right. This is just where we turned everything on. Okay. Cool. So I have to say, I really like this one. And I know this is going to come up in my final thoughts when we get to my final thoughts, but... Haha! Basement door photo. You will not be able to return to the sanatorium if you proceed through the evacuation door. I've got this written down, but I don't think that's it. Well, that's definitely not it. Oi. Right. And then... No. Alright, that was a code for something else. Somewhere else. And everything's grand. Well, thank you very much, Oh Wales. I like when my friends are happy as well. And I appreciate everyone who is here. And I hope you're all happy too. How has your day gone, everyone? Have we been doing much? Oh, that's like the padded cell. The cozy room. Yeah, and then that one's turned off. That shouldn't be like that, should it? No. You happy now that you're here? Well, that's good too. The apparatus photo. Okay. Hey, can I read these instructions? Can I tinker around with this machine? Oh, I can! Because I picked up Reviving Agent from somewhere. Oh, and that's going to send me to the other world. Amazing. This is less amazing. What's my button? There it is. Because I have a bit more writing to do. The local inhabitants of this once flourishing island formed a tight and organized community. In small communities like these, everyone has their role to fill. Ilarion Shamanov was a strapping young lad working at the sanatorium. While the evidence pointed out that he was part of the outsiders at first, I was wrong. He was taken from his mother Yulia as a child, and raised as Anna's son Samuel. Is that going to make it more or less credible? I don't know. I closed the thing. Man, these button combinations, man. Was it that one? I was going to use that one. Hold interact to save. Oh, nice! We now have a credible article. So I guess if we leave, people will believe the things that I say. Good to know. There we go. I do see your note, Kosaka. I will get to that in just 1 second. Okay, so I think this might be the one that I want to go for, because that is like a mass grave, it looks like. So let's try you. Yeah! The building was a sight to behold, a true testament of the abilities and craftsmanship of the island's community. Cruel and fatal experiments were conducted to the patients suffering from different ailments. A patient information file revealed that some patients were just murdered as there was no cure to be found for them. As a place of healing, the sanatorium was the very opposite. Hey, speaking of the opposite, Empirical Woodland, I see ya. Good job. Alright, Kosaka has redeemed Tell Me Your Dreams. Let me get my book, and I will tell you what I dreamed last night. Hang on. Okay, so there was a guy who was speaking to a group of children, and he was offering them work. And he said, "You have to sell memories, kids. How are bird shops going to keep trading?" And then a bit later on, I remember I was looking at my phone, and it was ringing. And I was going, someone should answer the phone. I should really answer my phone. Why am I not answering my phone? Someone should answer that. And that's basically how that went. How do I close my book? That's how I close my book. Right. I love the way the game does this, by the way. Like, it just... Yeah, this doesn't exist anymore. Now you're just wandering off into the wilderness. Because I remember it did that in the previous level with, what's it? When we went to find the painter guy. Received medkit. Amazing. I need a medkit. That I picked up from the floor. Okay. That's my jump button. And that's a pit. I'd forgotten about that, but now I remember it well. Oh, the creepy music's gone. Now we're back to the sad piano. This is give me CPC game flashbacks. This is like... It's like Popeye 2 is what it's reminding me of here, because that game was nothing but ridiculous jumps. Oh, now we're back to the electric guitar. Okay. So how do I get across that? Because I feel like you go up the platform, do the long hop. That seems to be what to do, right? up and jump doesn't make you jump any higher. Which is unfortunate, because I could really go for jumping higher at a time like this. Oh, I got some bandages. There we go. Let's get some health back. Let's immediately jump in that pit, shall we? That's not quite what I wanted to do, but I'm glad that you can. They thought about that. That's like a Silent Hill 2 thing. Okay, so that tells me that is not the way to go. Research entry number 8. 6 something. I think I have solved it, and I know how to help my family. I can make a solution from the Void Flower. It should mend Julia's psyche. First, I need to find my way back home. I can't remember the last time I've seen the face of my beloved wife. How long have I been here? Okay. So the first number there was a 6. I saw that. And I can't interact with any of this other stuff. So... that says to me I have to go right. Problem being... how? How go right? And that door's locked, so that doesn't work. Ooh, Kawasaka got Overwatch 2. Good shout. It can be a fun little game. Is there anything like torch related over here? No? No? Why can I do that? Only seems to happen on the edge. How about that? Thankfully, that's not costing me health. Although I suspect that it will if I try and run. Is there a run button? I don't think there's a run button. If I've come this far and there's a run button, I'll be very upset. Oh, hang on. Did that not save my thing? That's going to be something to remember when I get to where I'm supposed to be going. That is definitely not the way to go across. So... just need to write that down. Well, I'm open to suggestions. Unless... this, like, unloads the area to the left. Nope, that's still there. Back to lurking, but that's okay. It'll be good to have you here. That's not a platform down there, is it? I'm sure that's not a platform down there. That's a cross brace is what that is. So... that is also not where I need to go. I'm tempted to just look this one up. Because... I don't know. This is a bit of a weird one. And we can't go that way. And I'm pretty sure the game uses keys and such automatically. So... It's not that I need to go through there. I can't go there. Can't go there. You just have a med kit. That's just a pit. Don't go down that. Well, let's check my controls. Oh my god, there is a run button. Oh, and we book it as well. Look at that. Okay. The game has changed. Oh yeah. Alright. Try again. Yeah! First time. No one can say anything else. Anyone else see that? I feel like that's not a thing that should be up there. But it is. That's also not how you do that. So Kosaka, the thing with that is, the thing with fixed camera angles is that they were used essentially to get around limitations of the system. Because, like, with Resident Evil 1 comes to mind, it was a lot easier to just slap a JPEG up behind the characters and go, yep, that's the room that you're in. Don't worry about it. I sure hope this isn't Chris's transparency layer. And we don't really need to do that anymore now that we've got like a better understanding of how to run games and how to build systems and engines. Which is not to say that fixed camera angles are bad. I think they can be quite useful. But received a photo of Steven. Steven, I presume? Who is this? Leonas? That's my voice. Steven, I presume. Brother of the one Priscilla Avalion? I am? How do you know my sister? Have you seen her? Man, what does he look like? He looks like me in a hat. Unfortunately, I have not seen her. I have searched much of the sanitarium, but I've only found clues of her possible whereabouts. I know you went to search for her, but did you find anything that might help me to find her? I managed to acquire this key for the psychiatric ward from a staff member, but I had to run before I could check the cells. I was an uninvited guest on this island, and my inquiries started to cause a stir among the locals. Take it. Thank you for this. I'll see what if I find information about her while searching rest of the ward and the building. If you find her, please tell her that I will get her out of here no matter what. I just need to rest for a bit. I will let you rest while I continue my search. I'll let you know if I find any information about Priscilla. And because the continue button is also jump, we jump out the end of a box. Can I do anything with these pictures that I just took? I don't believe I can. This is a really confusing system for writing the book. Although I'm glad I checked that, because where was that one that I wanted to use? It was one of these. you. Yeah, there we go. Now, people will believe the things that I say. Have I got to go back? I think I have to go back. Alright. Let's go! Everything's fine. They had to do fixed camera angles instead because it's supposed to be first person. Over-the-shoulder camera is very effective. Makes you feel close to the character. So over-the-shoulder camera can be effective. It depends on where the camera is and what it does. There is a very effective point in Metal Gear Solid 5? 5. MGS 5. Where that cost me some health. That's why I got a lot of health in that little jumping section. Bit in MGS 5, where essentially the game shifts genres and it becomes a survival horror for a short while. And it does a lot of really subtle things, like it pulls the camera in a little closer to your character. So it's still over the shoulder, but it's over the shoulder like over the shoulder, which is a little more creepy than the usual. Oh, I can see outside the box. Hello? That is a terrifying portrait. Well done, game. Are you Priscilla? Who are you? Are you here to experiment on me again? Steven sent me to find you. What have they done to you? My parents sent me for my mind to get better from the hallucinations. The staff have made so many experiments on me that I don't want to remember anymore. I understand. Gladly, your torment is now over, and Steven is waiting for you outside. Thank you, stranger. I will find my brother so we will be reunited once again. Farewell, my good man. I picked something up, but I didn't see what it was. So that's nice. Oh yeah, and I can make a note because I couldn't see into the room before, and now I can. Good shout. Now, did I just get a key to room 2? I did. Yeah, filling in my notebook. It's like a proper journalist would. Next, I need pictures of Spider-Man. I hear he's a menace, you know. What an original take. So Fatal Frame 2 Remake is a very good example of how changing the camera angle can change the feel of the game, because the first one used, the original Fatal Frame 2 used fixed camera angles, and you can do some cool stuff with that. And again, changing games a little bit, Fatal Frame 3 comes to mind, because there's a part in that when the camera moves under your desk, and you're like, okay, why is the camera down there? I'm going to walk towards it and investigate it. And then a ghost jumps out. And you can't do that with dynamic cameras. Sorry if I'm just retreading old ground with this. I know that I explored the sanitarium in the last episode. That was a week ago. I've slept since then. I don't really remember much. Man, look at that run button. I wish I had paid attention to that. It would probably have made the first half of the game a lot easier. Oh well. Well, I have heard that time is a thing that you wear on your wrist. How about that? Hey, it's that guy. Are we supposed to know who that guy is? Because that's a picture of him. So, over-the-shoulder camera has pros and cons. Namely, it kind of makes... It reduces the area where enemies can attack you. Because generally, over-the-shoulder camera means that nothing's coming from behind you. If you look at, notably, character action games like Devil May Cry and Bayonetta, if an enemy is behind you or off camera, they don't exist. Whereas with fixed camera angles, you can do the opposite, where the ghost can appear anywhere on screen because you can see it. Turn to face them. Not without flaw. Again, there is a lot of times when I was playing Fatal Frame games and my characters just turn on their heels and flick around because that's how the game is interpreting my thumbstick actions. And why are you doing that, game? Stop doing that. Have we done that one? Let's read it again. Mythargia Report. Mr. Horsch has made a good progress in bending this community to our will. They are always too blind to see it, and before they know it, we are gone. I have to commend Mr. Horsch for making this discovery, as it is truly something else. The priority has now changed from the medical trials to finding the secrets of this flower. Never in a million years could I have imagined that a plant can do such wonder. Detective Heartache, thank you very much for lurking. Look at that cool dog. I like that dog. I hope you have fun with dinner. Let me know what we're having. I'm always really, really keen on what my chat is having, like, for their food. We take care of ourselves in my chat, and part of that is it's keeping well fed. Well, there you go, Kasaka. That's why they tend not to have... Generally, that's why games don't have enemies attack you from behind, because... How could you possibly have avoided that? If they were off camera, they still leapt out at you? That's not fair. Oh, I had an office key at some point. Cool, this is new territory. Find someone to replace Sai. Alright, who have we got? Anna, Emma, Gertrude, Ike, Laura, Lewis, Sai, Samuel, and Toru. I don't see what Sai was doing, so I guess that doesn't really help. Sanitarium evacuation plan, for your eyes only. In the case of sanitarium emergency evacuation, do the following procedures. Burn all documents about the experiments and research conducted here. Get rid of any person who has seen the aforementioned documents and is not part of the collective. Use the evacuation tunnel at the second floor basement. Evacuation code is 9371. Note, the door requires electricity. I'm having spicy pulled tacos from one of my favorite places. Oh, good job, O Whale. Spicy pulled pork taco sounds great. Empirical Woodlands had pasta salad. My battery requires juice. Eee! So I'm going to give it that. And Rixtrus. Oh, nice. Rixtrus is making a cookbook. That's my favorite thing. Tell you guys a little something. Rixtrus was like, hey, do you have recipes that you can share? And what I did was I wrote down I think it was 10 or 12 different things. I'm like, here you go. Give them a try. I didn't send you melon bread. I will have to do that. That's my favorite thing to make. Oh, there you go. That's where I got that 2520 code from. Well, I can post melon bread when I'm not streaming. I mentioned before, that's my favorite thing to make, because there's a lot of moving parts, and it takes a bit of practice and tinkering to get it, like, correct. Oh, did I not get that picture yet? Oh, cool. Cool. I like the vines growing behind the signs on the wall. That's a good aesthetic. I need a key to access the tank. That one we've done. I remember that from last time. Tell you what does make me smile, actually. I was, and still am, part of this little communal group with O-Wales, and at one point, we set up a Google Doc, or a Google Drive, rather, with just all the good recipes in it. And a lot of it is stuff that I can't really do for various reasons, because there's a lot... Received the toilet photo. James Sunderland likes this, and... it's good to pick through it and be like, what am I going to make today? Oh, this. Is Fatal Frame 4 M where you are, as it is T in the US? That one we've had. So Fatal Frame, my goodness. Game ratings work slightly differently where I am. Is it still the ESRB? I think it is. Man, that tells you how long it's been since I've had to pay attention to warning signs on video games, isn't it? Oh yeah, we did that one. I had to type the patient in room 4. She was going that after the daily pill. Check if he has found calm and release him. The key for the room is at the ward's reception. And I think we did that. Is the problem with pausing halfway through a dungeon. But yeah, the rating system used to be the same guys who did films. I don't know if it still is. So you'd see 12, 15, and 18 certificates on video games. Oh, that's the exit. I could just leave the sanitarium via the front door. Why didn't I think of that? That's not what I wanted to do. So, we have the code for the basement door. So let's find where the thing is. Yeah, psychiatric ward. There doesn't seem to be any, like, negative thing to running. Like, you don't do that in the Silent Hill games because your characters are generally quite unfit. And they run out of stamina really quickly. But this guy seems to be... Man, we are just booking it. Let's go. Okay. There we go. This sounds like hopeful music. What's this about? Right, so I had a thought about this. Ah! Okay, that's not good. This is not good at all. Climb up, leave, maybe heal. My guy's almost dead. My thought that I had was the light hurts these guys, right? So maybe being stood near to them causes damage. But, it doesn't appear to be the case. Them exploding causes damage to me. Oh, right. Don't stand in that floodlight. You'll get hurt. Too late! Off I go! Hiding in the barn. That was a real bad idea. Because now I've got to do the... Actually, I got 7 medkits. That should be fine. This is fine as well. Look at that. 32 out of 40 photos. 40 out of 56 journal entries. 80 out of 96 pieces of evidence. I've been doing okay. Like, I don't know what that's about, but that's definitely a Warhammer symbol right there. Okay, what else can we do? Oh, look at that. I'm going to save that. Which is slightly less credible than that, somehow. Okay. That made it even more credible. Here we go. The true miracle was an extraordinary flower, so far only found in Mythargia. The local flora was discovered by a Dr. Vitali, and the flower could make you experience past events. The outsiders were able to capture this flower intact, and had made a tank to contain it. This allowed the sanitarium staff to use the flower's power for the cruel experiments conducted there. This void flower was a discovery of the decade. And then, yeah, that's it. Alright. I've got my document all together. Oh yeah, that's why it wasn't hurting those guys. UV light hurts the enemies. And yeah, being near the enemies causes slip damage. Man, if only I had paid attention to that at some point. I wouldn't have had to deal with the hassle of panicking going through half of this game. Alright, let's run. I don't have to deal with you guys. I'm going. Now wait a second. Is this the ending? I think this is the ending. Speaking of James Sunderland, hello! Before you leave this island, you should finish your article. The more convincing your article is, the more likely the readers will believe you. The evidence you provide them about this island and its story is all that matters. I got it over the line, so it says that I have a credible article. My story was a success! I finally made my breakthrough article and rose to the group of other renowned journalists. Because of my article, an investigation began to track down the outsiders to make them pay for their malevolent deeds. Yep. I'm pushing interact. What do you want, game? Well, there we go. That was the last little bit of Mythargia. I really, really liked that game. Like, I mentioned to Empirical Woodland and Criddle in my little mod chat after the first stream that pleasantly surprised by this game, and I like how it goes. And I think the phrase that I used is, let me just scroll back and find it, because I've kind of forgotten. I got a lot of messages from Discord being like, "Hey, yo, we're changing your server rules." Okay, so... Right. So that game's alright, actually. It's got some flaws, and has essentially killed Silent Hill 1 and is wearing its face, but I think Silent Hill 1 would like that. That was my summary of this game after the first stream. And, like... Yeah, I get that, because they've got the old cult thing going on, and they've got the... So Silent Hill 1, no, the Silent Hill series, in particular Silent Hill 1, has a very particular and distinct feel, especially when you come to meet the other characters. And generally what happens in the Silent Hill games is, here's the title screen again, by the way. Generally what happens in the Silent Hill games is you will find somebody in some improbably horrific scenario and be like, hi, what? Oh, what? Oh, hi, okay, bye. And everything's kind of stilted and weird because that's the nature of the game and the nature of the writing. And this game does that really, really well. How many times did we go to this horrendous other world full of monsters and people are like, I'm just doing a painting. It's a really nice painting, isn't it? But I've lost my paintbrush. And that's good. That's a real good way of like building horror and suspense. And I like it for doing that. And I like this game. I feel like that ending was a little abrupt. But there you go. That was Mythargia. Thank you very much for watching along, everyone. We'll come back for the next horror game. I wonder what that could be. I don't know. We'll find out.